So many events control your mind and tell your story to be told anymore.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 12. I think it's 12. I don't know. I'm gonna go over it anyway. So where I left you guys off, we were editing the ship status and ship shield. So let's go ahead and finally start working on it. So in the update, we're gonna create a function. No, we're not gonna create a function. We're gonna create an if statement. So we're gonna have if brackets. We're gonna use our ship model. If mod underscore ship model dot. We'll have ship status equals svr underscore. We got now. No, we don't know. Wait, yeah. Dot. Oh, wait, hold on. It's just gonna give us that model. Oh, wait. We want our enum that we create. Sorry, I'm really slow today. We're gonna use our enum ship status because we're gonna say if ship status is equal to online, and obviously you can see it uses the ship status here. It's our relativity. So we're gonna go ahead and create if our ship status, our model that we just created above, if that ship status is equal to ship status dot active. Oh wait, we changed it to online. Never mind. Dot online. And then we want to do whatever's in the brackets. Sorry, equals meant to be double equals. Equals. We go ahead and save that. Okay, so in our if statement, what we're pretty much going to do is the movement of the ship in there. And basically, if it's not online and it's offline. Oh no, wait, hold on. Because we still want our ship to be online, but I'm going to make it so you can free look inside the cockpit. Which means we're going to have to create another enum. So I'll copy that, paste it, create another enum. So copy that, paste it. And then our enum in here is just going to be active, or what's the opposite to active? I guess not active. We'll stick with that for now. We're the only ones that's going to be looking at it. We're going to have ship player status. Maybe that's our new one. Okay, so to recap, created a new variable, ship player status, made it equal to our new enum. I'm going to go ahead and change that to dot ship player status equal to, see it's erroring because it's trying to use the wrong enum. It's like, hold on, it's not the same enum. It'll never equal that. Okay, that's not okay. Okay, so we're going to use our new enum, which is right there. And then we used active and not active. So, we're going to carry on now. Basically what we're saying is if this variable is equal to active. Hope you guys understand. If not, comment and I'll try my best to help. Okay. So inside our ship model, we're going to create actual variables now. But first, if you can remember in the last episode, I spoke about headers. And bear with me here. I'm pretty sure we can just put a header. Alright, it's right there. And then is it in brackets? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like this. So we'll have general. Go ahead and save it. Go back to your Unity inspector and check if it adds general. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and copy that where our general options will be under here. And then a couple of lines down. Stats. Stats right there. And then we will add, that's what we're going to add now. We're going to have specs. So save that. Alright, specs. First I want to begin with our naming structure. I probably should have done this in the first episode and done it from the beginning, but I'm a bit lazy and I usually forget these things, so shame on me. But for strings, I usually put str underscore, just so that when I'm looking for it in the script from another model, if I'm looking for a string, I just type str, it comes up with all the string names. It just makes things easier. For enums, I'm just going to put e and m underscore. Same thing. Copy, paste, paste. Oh crap, I took the s with me. I don't want the s. Now I'm just going to quickly go back to the script and edit it. So here I would have put e and m. So it comes up with all the enums that's on there. And what is this? Play status. Save. Okay, so now our scripts are up to date. We just need to add some specs now. So we're actually going to begin with, what do we need? We need our speed. And now we need movement speed and actual physical ship speed. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and create a float. Public float, sorry. Public float. And call it FLT underscore ship. Sends that T. And okay, another public float. That's not how you spell public, my bad, sorry. Public and another float, and we'll call that FLT underscore ship speed. We'll have ship top speed, sorry. Okay, so we got our speed, we got our top speed. What else do we need? We need the acceleration and deceleration. Public float FLT underscore acceleration, and same thing for deceleration. FLT underscore deacceleration. Sorry, I'm lazy. Deacceleration. Okay. Don't know if that's how you spell it, but we're gonna use it. Pretty sure that's how you spell that actually. Okay, so we got acceleration, deacceleration. I would I would set default values, but we don't want any default values. What we're gonna do in the long run is actually load these from a database. So for now, we're not going to set default values because it's going to be loaded from database. If it doesn't exist in the database, then we'll load the default values. In which case, we'll keep the default values in the database anyway. That way, we don't have to push the game live. If we want to change the default values, we just change the database. Make sense? Great. Okay, so now moving on to the actual script itself. I'm going to go ahead and copy the header because we want to use that in our actual script. So at the top, we're going to have general again. And then we're going to have stats. Stats. That's how you spell stats. And then underneath that, we're going to have a float. Actual speed equals 0. You don't have to put that F unless you put like 0.4 F. But make it a habit if you're creating a float to just put an F at the end of the number. It's a good habit to get into because, well, just go ahead and try it without the F. You'll see why in the future. Okay, so now we got our top speed, actual speed, which we're going to keep on the script. All we really need from the actual ship itself is what its top speed is. Max reverse speed and forward speed. I guess we do need those, do we not? So we're going to have max speed, top speed. We'll have top rev speed. Ship top rev speed. Yep. Yeah, I'm happy. Okay, in which case we'll copy that. And we'll have temp actual speed here. And we'll make the non-temp actual speed a public. Just that we can see it. It's just that we can. Oh, sorry, I'm pronouncing my. Never mind. So we're going to have our actual speed float. We're going to have it map flap onto the temp actual speed. I'll explain that when we do it. Until then, I'm going to carry on. So we're going to max speed, max backward speed. What else do we really need? I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get started on the actual movement itself. So what we're going to do, we're going to create our movement of our ship with our mouse. So left, right, rotates to left and right. It'll probably be easier if I explain it through here. So, by the way, the shortcut keys R is to get to the rotation tool, and F is to focus. Or you can just click them up here in the top left. Let's face the camera. So we're going to have the mouse x-axis, which is left and right. Move the ship like that. And obviously the y-axis, move the ship like that. And we're going to have A and D move the ship like that. And then of course we're going to use W to move the top speed up and S to move the top speed down. We're not going to have a push to go for the top speed and low speed. We're just going to have it push and I don't know how to explain it. Like a scroll bar. You guys will see. So you don't have to hold W to go, you have to hold W to select the top speed you want your ship to aim for. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, mentioning the W, S, A and D, left and right, up and down. You can tell that's four axes. Four axes? Yes. We got the horizontal axis, which is the keyboard left and right. The vertical, which is W and S. And then you got mouse X, which is mouse left and right. Mouse Y, which is mouse up and down. Self-explanatory, right? I think. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to copy our mod ship model because we're going to use that quite a bit. Okay, so now we're going to go create some local variables. So we're going to have a float within our if statement. And we're just going to call that, what should we do first? We'll do mouse Y, in which case we want it, what should we do? Should we do up and down for the mouse? And F and, mouse X. No, don't want it to conflict. FLT underscore mouse X equals. And then now pretty much what we're going to do, we're going to use the input dot get axis. And obviously we're going to get the mouse X, which I'm pretty sure is just typed like that, which is why I don't want to name it that because that would have conflicted. And we're going to times that by, and then paste your ship model, dot, and then we want FLT ship sensitivity. So I'm going to times that by the ship sensitivity, and we're going to go ahead and times that by time dot delta time. Close that off, save it. Okay, so now we got a local variable that will change according to our mouse X. And obviously the amount it'll change will according to the ship sensitivity. And then we times it by time.delta time to make it a realistic time and actually use seconds. It's basically just so we can use big values and have it move little amounts. Because if I didn't have that time.delta time, once we get it running, go ahead and take it out, take a look what it's like. But your values will have to be like 0.1 instead of like 1. And yeah. I'm actually going to go ahead and change this update to a fixed update. That way it doesn't update on every frame, it's fixed, which means it'll be the same on everyone's computer no matter how many frames they're running. Whew, okay, that was a lot to say in one. So I'm going to go ahead and copy our float mouse X, paste it, obviously change the X to a Y, do the same for the second variable, X to a Y, save that. What you can do if you want, which I'm not going to do, you can change the ship sensitivity to a ship sensitivity X and a ship sensitivity Y and then have different sensitivities according to the axis. Basically, so your ship moves slower up and down than it does left and right, which they do in most video games, but for now I'm just going to use the same sensitivity. It's easy to change later on, so we'll change it when we need to. But for now, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and do one more. We're going to have float, so FLT underscore, and now we're going to have the tilt axis, which in our sake would be A and D, the horizontal. We're going to have FLT underscore horizontal. How do I spell horizontal? I think that's how you spell it. And then obviously we're going to give that an axis as well. So we're going to have input dot get axis. If you guys are wondering where these axes are set up, don't worry, they're set up default by Unity. So you don't have to do anything on your behalf. And copy, no, don't copy, horizontal. There we go. And then obviously we're going to times that by the exact same stuff as above. So we can pretty much just copy that and paste it in. Save it. Make sure you save it. Whew. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we'll do the speed later when it comes to it. So for now, I'm going to I'm going to do the movement. So the way I'm going to do the movement is I'm going to do it through torque. I'm going to use the actual Unity physics. In order to do this, we have to set our ship up. So we have to give it mass and actual drag. So, in which case, if you go ahead and click on component, oh, we have the actual window, component, physics, and just add a rigid body onto your ship cube. So here we got ship. I just went component, physics, and then rigid body. Let me quickly minimize some of these down so we can see what we're doing. Sorry, that's my phone. I want to read it. Might be a text, might be important. Last time I didn't read a text, I got in trouble. So we're gonna miss call too. Oh, that's bad. That's not good. Sorry, it's the tutorial. All right. Sorry, where was it? Oh yeah, we're gonna have to add mass and drag. So mass is gonna be 1. Drag we'll just put at 4. I don't really know what value to use for now because we haven't got our movement working. What we'll do is we'll change that to 12. We'll leave drag at 12. Excuse me, just burped. Go ahead and save that. Move back to, oh, don't save it yet unless you want to, actually wait, yeah, save it. Inside our assets folder, we're going to create a new folder and just call it themes. Sorry if I sounded a bit funny there, I had a burp coming. Gonna make my voice go a little bit high. And obviously we're going to have scn underscore main test. My phone keeps going off now, I'm not going to read that for your guys' sake. Don't know why it failed saving the first time, but it saved the second time, so I'm happy. Okay, so now we're pretty much just going to add torque in the correct axis according to the correct temp value above, which we just created. And in order to do so, we're just going to type get component, and then do your little arrow left and right, which is located next to the question mark at the bottom of your keyboard. So I don't know the technical name for them, I probably should. And then we're going to have rigid body. Now if you're wondering what this does, first of all, we haven't specified a game object to get it from. So what Unity will do is it'll assume it's the game object the script is attached to, which is what we want it to do. So what it's going to do is it's going to get the component. These are known as components, in which case we're asking it to get the rigid body component. And in which case when we do that, we can use all the values with it and some of the functions it comes with. Whew, that was a lot to say. So go ahead, that's how the get component looks, and then dot, and you can see we have the options associated with that rigid body. In which case you can see we got add force, add relative force, add torque, in which case we're going to use torque. And the way torque works, we now have to specify a vector. A vector is in a direction. For those of you who don't know what a vector is, this position here, 0, 1, and z, 0, 1, z, x, y, and z, that is a vector right there. It is pretty much a value of 3. Rotation is a little bit different, that's a quaternion. I don't know how to say its name, but we're going to use a vector, which is pretty much a position. So we're going to tell it a vector, we're going to give it a position in order to move to. Unity has some built-in ones, such as, what have they got? They got, if we do transform, again, we haven't transform, that's a component. We haven't specified what game object to get it from, so it's going to get the transform of the game object which the script is attached, which again is what we want it to do. We're going to do transform dot, and then in which case, in our case right now, we're going to do transform dot up. I think it is that the one we want? I think if I just do all of them, and then if any of them's wrong, we can go ahead and troubleshoot it later. But we're going to do up for now. And obviously we're going to have that times our mouse X. I'm going to go ahead and close that off. Save. And let's go ahead and give it a go. Oh wait, actually, in order to save some time for now, inside our region, I'm going to change the region to general. Save. Inside our general region, I'm just going to go ahead and create another void called awake. This will obviously, this is one of the built-in, oh wait, why is all my, for those of you who don't know how to format multiple things, you just highlight it. If you want to move it forward, you push tab. If you want to move it back, hold shift and push tab, it moves into space. So like if I highlight all this, shift and tab, takes it back a place. Indent, I meant to say. Okay, so awake, that's a built-in Unity void, and it's going to be called as soon as the script is awoken. It'll be called before the fixed update and normal update and late update. Basically, it's the first thing that's called. So inside our awake, we're going to go ahead and just say our ship model here, mod ship model equals new, and then we're just going to go ahead and copy the variable name we used. And then just put our end brackets because it's a method. So you can see we're just basically setting our ship model to a brand new ship model, which means it's going to be empty, which means our if statement down here will not call. What we're going to do mod ship dot enum ship player status equals, and we're just going to go ahead and copy the one down here because we've already typed it. Let's type it again. So basically what we're doing is we're setting that to active, which is what we want. We will do this through the database again later on and through programming, but for now we're going to leave it in the awake for testing, which means because we physically hard code it to equal active here, this if statement will always occur, so we can test everything that's inside it now. So let's go ahead and test if our x-axis works. So let's go ahead and hit play. Oh, sorry, my bad. Stop. Okay. Untick use gravity. We're in space. Don't need gravity. Oh, mouse X hasn't been set up. Actually, I think there has a space in between it. So now get axis, just add a space. Sorry, if you guys noticed that before I did, then go ahead, comment, laughing at me. It's fine. So mouse X. I can't tell if that's moving or not. Go ahead and click on ship. Oh, so our values are equal to 0. In which case, I'm gonna just comment out the equals new ship. Just comment that out. Sorry, I forgot. Unity uses the inspector as well. In here, we're gonna go ahead and edit some values. I think we're gonna add our top speed enough for now. We will get it from the database, but for now, obviously testing, we're just gonna go ahead and type it into here. So I think our sensitivity will be 20. Top speed for now, we'll just put it 100. Top reverse speed, 82. Sure, no, 80. Keep it exact. Acceleration, we'll just put 1 for acceleration and deceleration for now. But I think for now that'll do it. Sensitivity is the only one we're using right now, I think. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit play, see if our sensitivity works. Player status is on active. Yep, you can see that. If I move my mouse left and right, you can see the actual ship moves left and right. But you can also see us doing it insanely slow, so I'm going to change the sensitivity to 40. Slightly faster. Let's change it to 60. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. 80. That's too fast. Remember, it's at a standstill right now, but when we're flying, that will probably actually be quite a bit. I'm going to put it down to 60, and I'm going to stop and just quickly change that to 60. Save. Alright, let's go in and do the others now. So what we're going to do, we're going to add torque for, what's it called, tilting left and right, I think. And obviously the mouse Y one. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy these twice, paste it twice. And then obviously we're just going to change the direction and the value that it's edited by. So I'm going to change mouse X to mouse Y, and then the bottom one, mouse X to horizontal. Now I just need to change the direction in which it adds the torque. I'm pretty sure instead of up, this one is going to be right. And I'm pretty sure instead of up, this one will be, would it be negative forward, or would it be forward? We'll try forward. If I get all these right, I deserve a cookie. I will literally go downstairs and grab a cookie. Alright, left and right, up and, I got it wrong. It's negative up and down. And tilting, that needs to be negative as well. So we'll stop that. We'll change the bottom two to negative, just my luck. I don't get a cookie. Alright, so now actually I'm going to change the sensitivity to 80. Have a fast ship for now, it's only a tutorial for now. Left, right, up, down, and tilting. Okay. Just so you guys can see it's working properly, the main camera which we have here, click and drag it into the ship. So make it a child of the ship. Now, whatever we do to the ship, if we move the ship, you'll see the camera will move with it. We will do a smooth camera later on, blah blah blah. But for now, we're going to do this. You can see if I move it up and down, it moves up and down, left and right, just left and right. Tilting works too, and then the up and down and everything still works. What time are we on? 26, so I'm going to end it here. Next episode will be forward and backward. Thanks for watching.